You guys ready? Everybody prepared? Certainly hope so. Well, I'm going to start off tonight by saying there are some pretty loud echoes of that term World War III. I don't know if you guys have been, under rocks or locked in from storms, blown away, whatever the case is. There are too many right now saying they believe World War III has begun. Not their words, not mine. These are not tiny, these are not, small, insignificant people. These are global policy setters. The big boys, if you will. They are convinced World War III has begun. What's so strange, to make a statement like that, it means, and especially coming from people of power, it means they're sharing an insight early, and they're sharing an insight, their view of what they believe. That's a pretty big statement. But then you look at the world, you look and see what's happening. We have the entire globe has erupted in some sort of a social change, not socialist, social change, meaning that people desire something very different from what's been given, right? They want something very different. People have been moved to the side in a lot of cases. Ideologies have been thwarted or stopped. These are folks who desire the world to fall under some pattern of following, if you will, that they just don't want, right? Systems have been overturned. Companies have been changing their banners of loyalty, and that's happening all over the world. There have been a lot of companies who are now they're parting company with who they were with, and now they're raising up a new flag, a new type of loyalty, you could say. Wow, things are really altering pretty quick, and this is around the globe. This is, when it happens in one nation, okay, then that nation has an issue. When it happens in two nations, then maybe those two nations are in cahoots. When it happens globally, this is a unified change, right? Now, when the people are not exactly planning this change at the same time, meaning suppose one company does not know what the other company is doing. Suppose one place does not know what the other place is doing. Yet, from the largest company entities to the smallest, when these changes take place, that's a coordinated change. Something on a very deep level is changing. Something beyond, the mind, something beyond a conversation, something beyond any planned happenings. When you have a change of this magnitude, something is certainly altering, and it's altering at the core of what a human being is. And then you look at some of the evil. Some of the true darkness is starting to rise in many different places. There are too many crimes, and the nature of these crimes are becoming worse. People are brazened. People are doing things, there are more kidnappings in broad daylight now than there ever has been before. Why the brazen attitude? Why are these people so evil? There are too many missing people, too. They're going missing left and right. You guys keep your kids covered in prayer. Never fail to cover your children in prayer. These days are strange indeed. And there are people out there. They're not holding back. They've reached a level of their own darkness That's incredibly high. Now, I will say, the darkness is here, yes. But I want you guys to know that you are the disruptors. You're seeing these global events. You're seeing unholiness or holiness. You're seeing the moral side of things. That's being presented, talked about, and discussed at depth. This whole election, although it was grievous to many, right? It was a burden to some, a bit overbearing at times. But did you notice the elements in the decision of this election? Did you notice what you were seeing? You didn't see just the good side of your candidate, but you saw the weakness of your candidate. You saw the issues of your candidate. You saw the past of your candidate. Congress has been pressing and asking in front of the public for information on these lights in the skies and specimens. People have been sharing information. Information is coming forward. Dark things are coming forward. They're starting to realize consistencies in these reports. Soon they'll present evidence no one can deny. And one day, very soon, even you will see something that will make you question your own essence. What do you think is going to happen when the entire world is introduced to a different life form? I mean a different life form. What do you think will happen when the world is introduced and they honestly and actually see giants? Not giants like in the cartoon or something like that. No, big people in uniforms and some in suits, about 20 feet tall. What do you think would happen? I'll tell you what would happen. It would cause a person to step back for a few minutes, but they would get used to it. I'm telling you now, they'll get used to it. They'll get used to it, and then they're going to look right to the Word of God. Hear me on this, because right now they're searching in the Word of God for what these things are, what they mean. I'm telling you now, that's not going to fulfill them, and they will eventually end up in Egypt. Do you hear me? You watch and see. They always begin with the Bible. But when the Bible does not answer the specific questions of what the darkness is they're actually looking for, when they can't find what they're looking for, they're going straight to any of these texts in Egypt. And when their children are still hanging around, their genes are still alive. These family lines, what do you think they've been doing? Separating themselves from everybody else. Of course they were. They're trying to keep the remnants of their bloodlines free from any further divides, from being diluted from other folks in the world. They will tell you to your face that they are directly related to the children of the fallen angels. They'll tell you that to their face. They've got the crests hanging in their homes, and a mark will truly come forward. A symbol, a new symbol. And everybody will have that symbol, or they will not be a part of this world. Those symbols were very important in the past. In ancient days, a symbol marked a person for who they belonged to. Just like a piercing or a tattoo did the exact same thing from human to human ownership. So will this symbol identify a person and compliance the kingdom or not. These family lines, they hold this symbol in safekeeping. They themselves have that symbol, and that symbol will be all over the earth. Maybe that's why in Revelation, it eventually says that this person, this Antichrist, who will come forward, is going to worship a God his fathers knew not. See, that takes it out of the realm of being conventional.